July 17th brings about a fight that is not necessarily needed, but is going to fly under the radar and be an absolute barn burner, which is Thiago Moises and Islam Makhachev finally fighting. Now, Thiago Moises looks brilliant. Last few fights, especially the last fight against Alexander Hernandez, where Alex Hernandez came in, looked ridiculously jacked. His skill set has improved. He looked far superior from, say, the fight where he absolutely got schooled by Cowboy. Thiago used footwork. Instead of using just jiu-jitsu and just grappling, which he's already excelled at, his striking is so good. He's 26 years old and he just looks like he's 35 and he's got all the experience in the world. But he'll be fighting Islam Makhachev. Now, Islam Makhachev is my favourite for the 2022 belt, if people accept the bloody fight with him. Now, according to sources, Islam Makhachev has been trying to get fights with RDA and people like Paul Felder. Now, Paul Felder doesn't really make sense to me because it does nothing for Paul Felder if he loses. He's got a cushy job as a commentator. He's probably looking for fun fights now. He knows he's not going to get to that belt. He's looking, if he wants to just fight and scratch that itch, he's going to be wanting to do much like a Nate Diaz kind of role where it's just great fight for me, bit of money. But the RDA one did make sense. He's currently ranked 7th, which is great because he just beat Drew Dober. Drew Dober wasn't ranked into the top 10. But he's an elite level fighter and he's seriously skilled and it's a great name. Everyone knows who Drew Dober is, hardcore fans anyway, casuals might be throwing into the top 5 only. But if you go past RDA, you're getting into the Gaethje, the Oliveira, the Chandler, the McGregor, the Poirier. You know, that is literally the step. He wants to fight that gatekeeper, which is RDA. And RDA, Dana White always says, you get past RDA, you're the real deal. And that is true. RDA is still up there. He's still an elite fighter. He's still so good. Not just with jiu-jitsu, his striking, his cardio, you know, he's the cardio king. Islam Makhachev, though, looks dangerous. Dangerous as fuck. At the moment, in my head, he's a Khabib 2.0. Kind of like maybe a 1.5, because he's not as good as Khabib, even though Khabib's now retired. But he's getting there. He will become Islam Makhachev 1.0 by the time he end of next year. I'm such a big fan of Islam because I wasn't necessarily a massive fan of Khabib. I feel like I missed the boat on him a little bit. Only missing the boat in the sense of I always wanted someone to solve his puzzle and no one could. So now Islam's becoming a very dodged fighter in this division. Do you see people fighting him next? I see when he gets past Thiago Moises, I'm going to put my neck out there. When he gets past him, I think that he's going to get someone like a Tony Ferguson if he wins, or a Beneil Dariush if he beats Tony. And then possibly he'll get the fight into the top 3. And that's how it'll work out. It's going to be a really hard one because everyone was kind of dodging Khabib at one time or another as well. You know, he was fighting the people like a Michael Johnson. He was fighting Ally Quinta because of a pullout, obviously. But there were so many pullouts always against Khabib, and people always questioned whether they were legit pullouts or whether they were not afraid. Afraid's the wrong word because you're a fighter. You're not afraid to get punched in the face and strangled and beaten up on the ground. You're not afraid of that. But maybe the humiliation or second thoughts, doubt, anything like that, people might start having that with Islam. He's got that exact same style as Khabib. He's a good striker, not a great striker. His cardio is incredible. His pressure is insane. And then you just look at the ground and it's a different level to everyone else. You know, he does the same wrap up with the legs as Khabib. And it's just terrifying to watch that. Even though Khabib's gone, the next guy's coming through. And Khabib's in his corner. I don't think Thiago Moises is going to him personally. That's my prediction anyway. But he definitely has a fucking chance. He's so good right now. He's young, he's powerful, he's dynamic. He adapts well in a fight as well. His pressure's great. His angles are good at creating those low calf kicks and that jab. His jab against Alex Hernandez was beautiful. His ground game is exceptional as well, but it's a jiu-jitsu based ground game against a pressure fighting wrestling ground game. And Islam has incredible jiu-jitsu as well. Note the arm triangle against Drew Dober, 3rd round, and you know the pressure was just too much for Drew. He did so well at just surviving, but the whole fight, it was just about survival, not about winning. It was about let's try not die. Best fights on Moises' record at the moment seem to be Alex Hernandez. You've got Bobby Green on there. That was a good fight. You've got Michael Johnson, obviously, but Michael Johnson just lost to Clay Guida, so I'm not sure how much relevance that holds anymore. Back in the day, obviously, he's the only guy that's probably ever rocked Khabib with that one shot and then dove for a takedown, which was a mistake. So who do you guys think is going to win? Personally, think Islam. I don't think it's going to go to decision. I think Islam can do this. I think he can stop him in the same way Drew Dober. I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought that was always going to go decision, and then you just see how that stops. Moises is elite. But I think Islam's the second coming man at Khabib. I really do. I think he's Islam Makhachev 1.0 right now, and when he gets into those top tiers, you know, it's only a matter of time. They can't dodge him forever, because otherwise if he offers the fight to RDA next time, Dana or Sean Shelby, and RDA still denies it, they'll just give him Tony Ferguson or, you know, Michael Chandler or Charles Oliveira if he loses, or Michael Chandler. You know what I mean? They'll give him the top fight, and RDA will be, where's my fight? And it's like, well, you dodged him. You haven't fought, mate. And that's how it'll work. Leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Really good going on the channel right now. We've got great analytics. Everyone's really helping in. Great comments, great discussions. Lots of likes, lots of love. Thanks, guys. Share the video.